as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year.
It's the Bears and the Bills, coming up next.
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. They'll come out to the 25. But here come the Bears. Helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Bears at 8-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this time they were waiting
let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack, and at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to get this one across. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 66 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone can...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Fields keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Plus the families all going back home and Graham has pulled out our box. Grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
There's the tight end, Cole Kmet, as he and this offense trot back out onto the field.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Fields.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2nd and 11. Fields finds Kmet on the quick slant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Again, it's Foreman. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown!
Velus Jones.
26 yards.
And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Velus Jones who finished things off with a touchdown grab.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expected miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
From the 44, Fields. He'll buy some time right.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Fields going to hold on to it.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Fields
sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On second and goal, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Fields on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, the option left is Fields.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Man open, here is Jones.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of his defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
It's been a good drive so far, and they just wanted to keep it going. So they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Fields going to keep it once more.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Herbert.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Scans his options and locates Claypool along the sideline.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch your team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Fields
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, they will find Davis. That's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One final try here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Herbert.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Herbert.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up.